got my coffee. We're safe. Don't worry. We're good. I saved it. All right. Whoop! Drop my controller. Oh, dropped it again. Come on. What were we need to go to Whitechapel, that's right. There's some other things we had to do too. Let's see. Missing ingredients. Reach the pharmacy. Where exactly is that? It's not that far away.
Space Elite!
No, it's not. Come on, suck. Gotcha. Get wrecked. Thank you, vampire hunters. What's amazing? Yeah, sometimes you're like fighting and you're just like, you know what? I need a human snack. Just need some nom noms. Nom 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 nom. Combat looks strange. Well, it's a unique combat system, but it works. Curfew will be sounded at 9 p.m. by the church bells. All citizens must keep on the street until 5 a.m. Oh. Show weapons. I haven't upgraded my weapon at all. I need to do that at some point. I've got to hang on the combat. What works and what doesn't.
New subscriber.
Thank you, Ice Wolo Comey for the sub. Looks like it's across the bridge and to the right. I need to go back actually, over this way.
New subscriber.
Laser Marks, thank you very much for that sub.
New subscriber. New subscriber.
Woohoo! Okay, suck.
New subscriber.
Gotcha. It's the DLC weapon, the pre-order weapon. It's just the sword. Thank you, Motor Chewy Head, for the sub. I'm using the pre-order sword. I haven't upgraded it, also it's base level. lovely little room that's really, really close to the fireplace. Holy crap. I like that they added rooms, though. It's like a nice touch. It looks cozy, even though that's super tiny of a room, because it's not a real house. Alright, let's see. We need to go around and across the bridge again. Across this waterway. Whoop. That'll work. Now we're close to it. Chad's already in slow mode. If you're typing faster than one thing every 5 seconds, you're probably typing too fast anyways. You gotta hit the brakes, bruh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep. Nope. This guy's gonna be rough since he's so high level. Fuck. Vampires can suck other vampires? Yes, they can. Somehow, I don't know why or how, but it does. That guy's higher level than he's supposed to be. Could be a hideout around here somewhere. I need to rest and level up. There's one over that way, but there's gotta be one around here closer though. I have a bunch of XP to spend.
Sorry, sir. No, we've crushed the leads, boys. Kill it!
All right, come here. Suck. Ah. Yeah, it's kind of weird that the difficulty is tied to how much you suck. Like literally, the more you eat people and suck them, the easier the game gets. What is that? Someone's in there. I can't teleport to there for some reason. Maybe this is for something later? Who's in there? I don't know why I can't teleport up there. That would... Well. Those guy respawn already? Let's go back to the hospital and rest and use our experience. Then we'll go out and hunt some more. Oh, hi there. Oh shit. What the fuck? You accidentally killed the first person? Yeah, like that's gonna go over in court, Dylan. Yeah, I accidentally drained this person of all his blood. Complete accident. I don't know how it happened. I am totes innocent.
Cross the leash, boy! We have to stop it! He's dead!
Yeah, in other games you could like just take a little bit of blood. I don't know why you can't do that in this one. It's all or nothing. This weapon looks so it's just a sword. Does the same amount of damage as the other weapon. Actually does less damage than my upgraded dagger. Can you suck someone more than once? Yes, but you usually gotta let them rest in between, or else it tingles too much. I see a trail of blood here. What's this for? I need some juice.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Grab. Yeah.
I have this thirst for blood.
I know you do. You say that every time. Let's go up my stamina. I think that's the upgrade that helped me the most right now. Let's go level my stamina. Where am I? That is not where I'm going. Quick down. I don't know if vampires can get diseases. Like they don't have a living body per se. It's where, but then again, vampires aren't real, so like they can get whatever you want. They're not real, so. Yeah, if you want to imagine they can get viruses, then sure, fine, whatever. They can get viruses. Well, they could get diseases that don't necessarily kill them. Like their crotch could itch. It's possible. Increases your stamina. Stamina seems very important. Is there a way to upgrade my my mind powers? Or is that just automatic? Upgrade that heal. Blood heal's nice. Here's a heal. $2,000, Jesus. That's a lot of experience required. 5 XP away from that one, that sucks. Blood capacity. Blood absorption when using bite. In combat bites, really strong in this. Major district events. Every night, consequences of your action may improve or degrade the district health status. It can also degrade it due to diseases spreading among citizens. The more lives you take, the unhealthier a district becomes. If a district health status drops below the critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. It's for you to decide the district's fate. I didn't do anything to affect that. Haven't talked to that guy. Fatigue and headache. Fatigue. I don't think I have the other cure. Try to have one of each of these. Those serums are nice. In combat heals, always a good thing. Oh, let's upgrade our stuff as well. Do you have a workbench in here? I assume we have to, wouldn't we? Oh wait, this upgrades. Whoops, thought it was just potions. Never mind. All right, weapon. Can upgrade your weapon to new levels and right ingredients. Upgrade it to 90 damage. It's not bad. Increase damage dealt by 10%. Absorb blood points when the weapon hits. Ooh. Ooh, blood is nice. That'll give me like 5 points of blood. Because it hit twice usually. 9 damage though is extra damage. It's because it says the word "or" there. I'm gonna go damage. And then our steak. Steak. Add 3 stun points, decrease stamina consumption by 10%. Enhanced healing, decrease stamina consumption. Stamina is like king. I don't know. I don't know if there's between 18 and 15 on it. 10%. So 3 stamina is not that much. I'm gonna go for the stun. Let's upgrade the shotgun. Decrease loading time by 25%. So 8 seconds versus 10. Or 10% more damage, which is probably more important. Oh, let's go loading time. "15-second reload." It's a long ass time. But I didn't double check the other option there. Hold on, there's a third tab. What's the third tab? Recyclable. Oh, these turn into parts. Oh. Low resale value can be recycled into components. Yes, I will be streaming E3. We're doing full coverage of everything, every conference. Even going to have a special overlay this year for E3. I put live highlights on the screen. It's going to be epic. And we'll have a, instead of E3 Bingo, we're going to have E3 Battle Royale. Just kidding. Not really. That would be dumb. Alright, let's head over to Whitechapel. I think we've talked to everyone here. So let's talk to Cox here.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is
Why?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
What?
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. It still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
Being hot also gives you balls.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe only the strongest will survive in these dark times.
If there must be only one, in the end, make no mistake, I'll be the winner.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff.
Whoa.
As long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
You realize you're sitting in a wet chair in the raid, right? That's like an indoor chair as well. So that like is soaked cloth he's sitting on.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
The Wet Boot Boys? The hell does that even mean?
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Well, I have some medicine, and it's not from NA, so it'll be free.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
There's 2 more hints involving this guy. Intends to remain a gang leader after his recovery. Recovering, no blood loss. That guy has a headache. Oswald Thatcher.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Is this supposed to be an hospital? A pigsty would smell better.
I just cured you and you're like yelling at me? What the? Someone unknown's over there. Ooh, let's go say hi. That isn't how well, I don't think that's how she's supposed to lie on that, but okay, we'll pretend. Investigating citizens' actions. Wait, what? Ooh, go. Hold on. What's going on? Ooh, secrets!
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
I found secrets. Uh-oh. Secret conversation. He tried to commit Sudoku. Have we talked to Mr. Rakesh Charanda out there? I think we have. He's around the corner here. I think. I don't think I've been over this. Yeah, I haven't been over here yet. Ah, hello.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague. Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadha.
Wait,
Now
he knows I was
I'm
dead?
just Mr. Chadha, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Let's play a game, chat. At someone and then poke them. And if someone pokes you, you have to type poof in chat.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
New subscriber.
Loud. Gwenty Grassant, thank you for that sub. It's very nice of you. I want to give a nice poke to Gwenny.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
About that.
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chadha.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
I don't know, this game does have weird angles with camera. A lot. Luckily you can rotate, but even then it still gets... Sometimes there are weird angles.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
What do you sell?
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade. I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Well, that's high and mighty of you. Jeez.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Would you say that you like when people come again and to thank them?
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chadha.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
I don't know how to raise my mesmerize skill. It doesn't seem like that's a thing I could level.
Do you need medical attention?
I'm feeling all right, Doctor. But perhaps it is because I, too, am used to the smell of the dead.
Let's trade.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Trink. You sell sodium hypochlorite, ferrous tartate, codeine, potassium, Are you kidding me? This guy sells so much stuff.
It's locked, all right.
I need this opium for science and stuff.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench.
It's locked.
I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange for you to be buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
I have to get over to that spot. He's doing something weird. Here we go. We're gonna peep. Peeping.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir?
Oh.
You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you.
Oh, hell no.
You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir, and I thank you for your generous donation.
Oh, hell no. Oh, I'm triggered. Long letter. Lucy. Hello, sis. How are things in the big city? Here in Brum, things are not so good. It seems the flu is here again, and we have many new cases of infection in this neighborhood. Remember Miss Shella, the old drinking hag from the third floor? She passed away 2 days ago, and her flat is already occupied again. Jeez, you'd have to pay me a huge amount of money to go sleep in the bed in which the woman died of the flu just a few days ago. Sorry to not take the time to answer your last letter. Been taking care of little Paul, Mom, Dad, and the job at the factory. I rarely find time to work between to write my favorite sister. By the way, my son says hello to Auntie Pippa. You should see the little bugger. Already drive me mad. And Mom says you bring back some of those marvelous cakes next time you come back home. In your last letter, you told me you thought about quitting your job at Pembroke Hospital. I have to tell you, Pip, you better think twice. There are always jobs at the factory, but wages are shit, and it's boring as a day without a shag. Oh, and I have a new fiance. And no, I'm no slut, you moral bitch, you. So if you really want to quit and do something more useful than counting up dead every morning, maybe you better stay in London and join the band you told me about. The Guard, the Priven, or something like that. Never heard of them. But if there is, like you said, some sort of civil militia trying to make a difference, maybe it's a good choice for you. Just be sure to let others go in front. That's how my poor Billy got killed in France. By leading too many patrols, bloody war. Anyway, come back as soon as you can and give me all the good news before that. Uh-oh. Miss Pippa, you have secrets.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
What? Hmm. 3,000 blood quality, huh?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
G-O-D. God.
It's locked.
I wonder if you have to find keys for these things or what. Let's go chat with Milton. Milton, there you are. Your girlfriend's leaving, bro.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can. Question is, where can we go? Where is it safe?
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Yeah.
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry. I
Whoa.
don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Good song, though. Always look on the bright side of life.
Goodbye, Milton.
Always look on the bright side of life. Sorry.
A giant wall disguised as a hospital.
I like that
That's
song.
Pembroke nowadays.
Alright, let's go talk to Rakesh. The goddamn criminal scum piece of shit.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
What you stealing for, huh?
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
Whatever your motives, you're making money by stealing from the dead. Dr. Swansea should be informed.
No offense, sir, but Dr. Swansea is one of my customers. As I told you, I like to help people.
Whoa.
And everybody needs help from time to time.
You're a dick. 2,000 quality. I can't suck him though. He's got way more mental block than I do, so I can't suck him.
Goodbye, Mr. Chadha.
I don't know how to raise my stat. Maybe it's just leveling.
It's locked, all right.
My mesmerize is low. I don't know how to raise it.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Waffle, please.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Now let's keep going down this way. Let's advance the main story a little bit more. I bet blood tastes like fried chicken. Whitechapel Street. Here's something. Gotcha! Concerning the recruitment of new boys in Whitechapel, I think I found one, Albie. He's as stupid as a stool, but tough. I asked him to prove to me he could get some drugs on the black market and deliver quite quickly and nicely. Next time we meet, I tell him he's accepted as wet boot boy, and he must now meet the bosses to get his orders. Oh, Albert Palmer. There's no difficulty setting in this game, which I think is dumb. The only difficulty is tied to how much you drink people or not. Come on. Solving quests and investigations gives you experience as well.
Bloody leech!
Gotcha. Somehow these people know instantly I'm a vampire. I don't know how, but they just know psychically. This guy has to be a vampire. He couldn't just be a dude walking around, no. There's blood. I don't know what the blood's from, though. But blood is around here.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
What, you never sucked some rat blood? It's great. Tastes like chicken.
I have this
Delicious.
thirst for blood.
I don't know, like, these people, these hunters just instantly know I'm a vampire, but no one else seems to realize it. Oh, you're not a vampire. You're just a doctor in a fancy trench coat. Totally. I believe you. Drinky, drinky, drinky. Give it to me. Get wrecked. Well, I am outside out of curfew, but they're not really the law. They're just some sort of secret organization that hunts mythical beings. In huge numbers, by the way. They have infinite respawning troops in the thousands. Just every night, thousands of these people come out and hunt vampires. It's a little silly, but you know, it's okay. Large box of pills, yes please. The stake is so overpowered. Like, I can't use weapons, I can't use ranged weapons because the stakes are just so OP with the stun ability.
Die, vermin!
Yeah, like they're level 17. I'm just kicking their ass because it's so OP. The Great Hunt. Hail to our fallen comrades.
Hail to fallen comrade, hail to bravery, for we prevailed. The god prevailed, my brothers. We hunt them down. The enemy of mankind, hidden in dark tunnel of our modern city. We found them in their nested dens, and they perished. We fought the fighters of battle to the blackest pits. Never have such large scale been engaged by mortals against immortals. Remember this victory, my brothers. For it seals and proves our methods. Never sleep, never surrender, never give up. Yes, our brothers. Yes, my brothers, our methods is good. And England is safer tonight thanks to you. Thanks to those of us who bitten and killed by the enemy. And our trembling hand when they turned against us. Do not tremble, my brothers. Do not doubt. I cry tonight for my fallen comrades. I cry for I'm an old man who finally saw my goal accomplished as I lived my last years on this earth. The Guard of Primwin is only half a century old, and we have already accomplished much more than the traders of St. Paul in half a millennium. This was our first great hunt. Let them leeches who survived our wrath remember we won't stop. From the Adversary by Kindlestone, founder of the Guard Primwin. My British is pretty good. My British would be like, hello, and today we're going to be killing a vampire. That's if I was going full British. Oh, what's that? Nope. Report about Pembroke. Sir, having observed the Pembroke Hospital for 2 weeks now, we can confirm vampire activity there. First, now we have proof of the presence of a female leech inside the hospital. The beast is clever. She acts like a mental patient to hide her true, unholy condition. I personally sneaked inside the hospital and heard the creature whining about her need for blood since her body is decaying. But it gets worse. The administrator of Pembroke Hospital is Dr. Swansea. According to our team leader, Amanda Tilton, who died yesterday in a fight against a skull by the canal. He may be a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. If that's true, then there may be something going on at the Pembroke. Maybe even a nest of vampires protected by those bloody traitors of the stole. We don't know what to do, but we are convinced you better come quickly with reinforcement. It's heavy gear. Uh-oh.
bullets. Thank you. That's the wrong button. Let's see. Let's try equipping the shotgun to see if we can make use of it. I doubt it. Seems pretty weak. Even upgraded, it's like nothing compared to the stake. And you have to reload it, which sucks. Ranged weapons in this need a complete overhaul. They're quite bad. Alright, let's see. Is there a way around up above? Yeah, the ranged weapons in this game are really bad. I recommend not even using them. At least the early ones are just really, really bad compared to the stake. The stake is too strong. If you find a stake, use the stake. Never switch anything. Never use anything except the stake.
Get them weapons ready! We found one!
Didn't even stun. And then I have to reload it. It's so bad. I don't know why ranged weapons exist. Compared to this. 2 hits from that, which is infinite, and I get a heal and I deal damage.
Filthy fucking beast!
If they patch the game, they need to overhaul all of the weapons. And no one's resistant to the stake. Like, the stun always works. Even on bosses. And drinking their blood allows you to use your powers. Which is extra. Guard the freedom for us all. Join the royal fleet today. Instead of today. Today. That blood. Yeah, all weapons are upgradable. Shotgun is upgraded too, by the way. Okay, this guy is not resistant to ranged weapons at all. Let's see how it does against him.
2 days ago, this is my first patrol. Over there! There's one of them!
Okay, it did better. That did better that time. Oh, hell no. Give me your butt. Beef. That's what's for dinner. Melee's too strong. Oh shit, what is that? someone not notice a goddamn vampire, werewolf? Get wrecked, Mr. Werewolf. Get obliterated. That's a bear. I don't know what kind of bears you're seeing in your area, but geez, that's not a bear. It's a bear making werewolf sounds. Oh, yes, I'm sure. It's a bear wolf. Okay. Sure, it's a bear wolf. I like that.
New subscriber.
Better go home, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I in the wrong neighborhood?
This is no place for you, sir.
Oh,
Step away, sir.
I'm sorry. Did I follow instructions correctly?
Die, vermin!
Give me that blood, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know, I got you. Oh, damn. This guy wants to play. Roger the Wall. He's like a mini boss, isn't he? Come on. God damn. Guy had a lot of armor or something. Is that a reference to Pink Floyd? Just because it says The Wall doesn't mean that it is reference to the album The Wall. There are things out there called walls. In fact, there's probably one of those.
I cannot enter.
Within 10 feet of you right now.
It's locked.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Maybe I go around the side. Okay, I can go around this way. It's like there might be a door up there.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Fuck you all!
Oh.
Fuck you all! Stop it now, Albert! Stop it!
Oh shit!
Me, I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
I will never bugger off.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's
Whoops.
got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Hold on. I need to look up Brexit. I don't speak fluent Brexit, so let's see. Define sod off. Fuck off. That's Brexit. Swears.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
Free? You may soon find out that you have simply traded one set of shackles for another.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I have a future here.
Sure you do.
Goodbye, young man.
I'll not die
Fancy
in some
words.
piss stinking alley drinking worse than a week old laffy.
Hello, Benjamin.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
Are you sure?
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
Treatment for migraine required.
I will see you later. What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother.
Stand
She
still,
was sick,
my God.
See? Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the tramp.
Such a tramp.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Yeah, when I think of that combination, I go, nah. N.A. Nah, no. Oh, there's a dead guy over here. Hello. You okay? Nope. That's mine now. I'm allowed to steal from dead corpses. I'm the player. An NPC, an Indian doctor, is not allowed to. That's not right. He doesn't need stats. I need stats. I need to get migraine pills. Hey, baby. What's up?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir.
Hello.
Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Yeah, I'm a doctor, by the way. Yeah, doctor, by the way.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Really? That sounds like another person that I know, ma'am. Because I'm a doctor, by the way.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Yeah, let's see this. Medicine. All she sells is chemicals.
Gangs are ruining this.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Okay, sure. I say, whenever I look at her, I think scam, 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 scam. This looks like the place. Let's go investigate.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Ooh, I like spying. Let's go around back and see if we can spy on him. I'm best spy.
I cannot enter.
Well, damn. Try the other side. Oh, I can't open that one either. Well, shit. You would think that I'd be able to teleport through bars, but apparently not. Or at least climb over. I'm a vampire. I should be able to have the ability to climb. Well, let's see. Looks like there isn't a way behind other than that gate, but it's locked. Maybe I can do it at the gate. Let's see. Where can I spy? Maybe the other side.
It's locked.
Well, damn, I can see where I need to spy from, but I can't reach said spot. Wait a second. There's no twirly spy thing around here. Oh, there it popped finally. Jesus. Why did it took so long for it to pop up?
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Let's go find that guy then. Hi, not spying on you.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
I'm not listening, I swear. I'm just standing here. Don't mind me. Just chilling. I was gonna talk to the poet or the journalist, or actually preferably both. Wait, I see lots of blood all of a sudden. Dead inside. Uh-oh. They should have a chain over it says dead. Dead, don't open. Dead inside, don't open. Well, I don't see anyone in here. Just dead bodies currently. I think there'd be someone nomming on the corpses, but nope. See some money there. I'll take that. More, buddy. Dead inside, just like me. Aww. I want to give him some smiley faces. Cheer him up so he's not dead inside. Looks like there's multiple layers of this place. Let's go upstairs. Inside, don't open. Oh, this is a hideout. Perfect. So now I should have to worry about anyone here. I don't have the cure for migraine yet. Recipe unknown. Let's also break down all this stuff. It looks like ingredients are worth way more than money in this. Like, I saw that you could sell them for cash, but you could just buy ingredients, which they turn into anyways, which is silly. The sword is a pre-order weapon. It's a pretty decent weapon. Uh-oh. I can't sleep here if those guys are next door. Whoops. Goddamn camera, I forgot to lock on. Whoopsie. Well, you can pre-order like just before it launches, so it's fine. Let's do that again. That's a very safe house, minus the nom-nommers next door. Stop it. Come on. Suck, suck, suck. No, no, no. Okay, suck, suck, suck. Gotcha. Woo. All right then. I'll take it. Not bad. Blood as collection.
Vampires don't drink. Vampires drink blood. It's maybe their most specific trait, that the sinister peculiarity of their condition. If I may say so, but for me, this is not the most important characteristic of their diet. What has always fascinated me since I started to study them is the imperative need for blood they seem to endure. They want it more than anything. This desire can drive them to expose themselves. What? When they drink it, they seem to feel some sort of short trance, an ecstasy epiphany. Said to me once Volkrad I interviewed in Moscow. I'm convinced that this is an essential element to understand the nature and condition of the vampires. They don't drink blood because it sustains them, but that it offers them ecstasy. Vampires are addicted to blood, all of them. It is the part of their nature, and those among the immortals who refuse to submit to their appetite by the strength of their will alone are never freed from this addiction.
Yeah, I'm addicted to sucking. It's fine. Chat likes suck too, right? Who's not a fan of suck? S-U-C-C. We all like the suck. Where am I now? Oh, we're over here. Alright, behind me. That's locked. I don't know why sucking people in combat doesn't give experience too. Because we're sucking blood still, you know? Aren't we, you know? Shouldn't it give like little bits of experience? Seems silly that it doesn't.
Whitechapel, district status.
Cereal. I don't think I went over here yet. Oop. Hello? Large box of pills. That'll come in handy if I want to bait Lindsay Lohan.
It's locked, all right.
Locked indeed. Indeed.
Another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Ooh, a Valium. Ooh, a Xanax. Ooh, a Valium. Ooh, a piece of Valium.
This is despicable.
Okay, so we went ahead. We do want to go this way. Up this way. Past this lady. Through this little alleyway here. Then we can get to where we want to go. Whoop. Can I spy on you? This has to be a spy spot for after I talk to her. Hello?
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Let me in.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way.
Hi, Harry. I'm excited.
With glue.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Oh no, he's emo. Emo makes the blood taste like bitterness and sadness.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man.
Cello man, cool.
But you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never want...
Hold on. Cello man's going a little crazy there. Hold on.
Wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
This place is awful, I agree. But does that not mean your situation can only improve?
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
Aww.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
I know how he feels. Going outside sucks. It's very pay to win out there.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Well, you should.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Indeed. What second?
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Aren't you just super, super happy? Jesus.
Even my
so
dreams
depressing.
are soaked with gloom.
I bet he works in a soda factory, recycling cans, because he's so depressing.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
It's locked.
I need the key. Job refusal letter.
Dear Mr. Peterson, it is my duty to inform you of our refusal to accept your application for a job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent at our office explaining the difficulty of your situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife. But it is also my duty to point out the policy of our company, which expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connection with the ill-famed wet boys has been duly noted. These are hard times, sir, and Finch and Harper intend to reward first the candidates who pass the small inquiry we like to conduct of our future employees. You have my deepest sympathy, and may God be with you and your family. Sincerely, R.D. Harper. Ah, so he's criminal. Professional vampire hunters. They have... You can actually sign up and get employed as a vampire? That's awesome. If you ever suspect somebody to be a vampire, don't try to kill it yourself. You have no chance. Instead, contact me and try to inform a professional vampire killer. These men and women are rare, but they know what to do against these evil creatures. It even seems that some of them are working together under the name of the Guard of Primwen, a preliminary organization dedicated to the eradication of vampires in London. They are your friends. You are not alone. Solution exists. Be smart. Spread the word. Subscribe now with Twitch Prime. Clarence Crossley. For more information, contact me directly.
It's locked, all right.
It is locked, indeed. So do I have an investigation for this guy? Promising recruit's the only one I had there. I don't think I've met his father yet.
New subscriber.
A bunch of lonely chicks. Thank you for subbing with Twitch Prime. Everyone give a lovely poke to a bunch of lonely chicks.
Is there only pain and
subscriber.
suffering in this world?
And thank you, multiplayer hater. One poke hater as well.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look.
What you selling, mister?
Welcome, sir. Please take a browse of my wares.
I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
There's two things on the street right now. There's werewolves and Skull, which are like zombie-like things. They're not true vampires, or there's some like off-breed of vampire. We're trying to figure out what's going on. So that's one of the mysteries we're trying to figure out. The main story mysteries is what those things are.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Again with Joe Peterson.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Well, maybe after Brexit it'll get better.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
The Tinkler Live, thank you for subbing. Everyone give a nice poke. Go ahead and @poke Tinkler.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Really, that bad joke? Well, I'll tell you the secret to make a joke that makes chat lol. Say anything, no matter what it is, and then say Brexit afterwards, and chat just lols at it. Like, watch. Brexit bananas.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
New subscriber.
Tony, thank you for subbing. Everyone poke Tony.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Osik, thank you for subbing. Everyone poke Osik. What do you got?
Show me what you have.
Bunch of random stuff again. Yeah, goodbye.
Where's my money?
Where's my money?
Time to pay.
Where's my fucking money?
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss
Thank you,
off.
Catboy, for the bits.
I'm not a journalist. I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Rude.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
You are mean.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You are a criminal who endorses criminal activity. The least you could do is stop hiding behind this pretense.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
What?
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Let me double check. Something just seems wrong with those textures. Nope, they're normal.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, Are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Well, that's rational. Sir Claire, thank you for subbing. Everyone poke Sir Claire.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. And people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak. And there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Well, I think we've exhausted your dialogue
Goodbye,
for now.
Mr. Peterson.
Goodbye.
I should never have taken up my father's business.
Open up!
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure.
Can't you just let it be open now?
Dreams are soaked with glue.
I don't think that's a key. It's not lootable if it is. I think it's
Is
just
there
a
only
glitch.
pain and suffering in this world?
I don't see anything around here. I gotta talk to you in a minute anyways, but I left cash somewhere out here. I remember there was some cash upstairs. I think I left on the table. Could have sworn I left cash on the table somewhere, but I forgot to.
It's locked.
There's the cash. Haven't found a single key in my playthrough that opens those things yet. I don't know how you get them.
Dreams are soaked with glue.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Were they lovers?
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Aww.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
I'll be back to drain you of all your blood
Is there
later.
only pain and suffering in this world?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even my dreams are soaked with...
If I were to kill his boy, then he wouldn't have to worry about him anymore, right? Right? Like, if I just kill the boy, then he wouldn't have that burden anymore, and it'd be okay.
I know it's hard to believe, but this district has always... Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I'd known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. But these days, he's just another thug.
You know what? I'm gonna kill half the chat. Just snap my finger. There you go.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer. Good one, even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
It's never easy to find a new path in life, especially after the loss of a loved one. But crime is certainly not the best option.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the wet boot boy.
What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile.
He's a
Not like his
diagnosed
father
emo.
at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Sounds like true emo.
Goodbye
Bye.
for now, Mr. Lewis.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't
Who
be
are you
afraid.
yelling to? There's no one on the street. This is like a Bethesda city. Who is he? It's like the middle of the night, too. Oh, a priest. Are you dancing? What the hell was that?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Yeah, I'm blinded by facts. Oh, forgive me.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All science.
Quite a judgmental...
But you...
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Socialists?
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
What?
Tell me, Tobias. What exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Are you a goddamn arsonist? What?
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
Wow.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
He said a lot of fancy sounding words that sounded offensive, but I have no idea what he just said.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you?
Also,
quite a...
But you...
What do you...
Be...
What?
New subscriber.
What do you mean? Quite... What? I have heard enough. Goodbye. Good evening.
It's fun.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
Torquemada burned a few witches? Oh. Well, it's proven fact that if you burn someone at the stake and they die, that means they were a witch, for sure. Because if they don't burn, that means they're protected by God.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Why?
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country.
Commie!
That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Oh! He was both... He hated her for being a commie and a lady.
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients.
Oh.
It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Coming from a priest that wants to burn the city down.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Wow. Where'd that guy bang on the door go? Oh, he's over there.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Why not?
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
Yeah, this game has a weird problem with lighting on surfaces. Sometimes they shine super bright white.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth? I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
You're right, this guy reminds me heavily of the guy from Westworld. What's his name? Bernard Bear, like, what's that guy? Bernard, yeah. Or Bernie. Looks so much like him.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs.
I think it's the glasses.
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious, never goes out, doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
Hold on. Well, let's see. Some of you might not know who I'm talking about. Well, actually, he does look good. The glasses are quite different. But this guy, I guess it's been so long as I've seen him. He doesn't look that much like him, but
he has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
really?
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
No, that does remind me of something that was really, really bad. Let me show you guys. For anyone that missed it, like, this was really bad. What's it? Fishburne?